Here's the third step in getting an exit ticket score from Google Forms into Google Sheets using Flubaroo. And now I'm going to import those scores into SchoolRunner. So we used Flubaroo already to grade the assignment. I had 3 classes. I deleted the other scores. They're still saved here on Forms, so they're not gone. But just for this sheet that I created, I just have my class, and I put the last name in alphabetical order, ranking A to Z, because that is what SchoolRunner will need. So here's my scores. I got a few students that were absent, so I'm gonna have to fix that, but I'll show you how to easily do that. So I added my assessment. I gave it a name, and it shows here the input will. So if I wanted to put in the manual scores, I could do that here, but I'm gonna do it so I can have each grade assessed to each standard. So that's how I do that. So first I'm going to copy all of this information. I don't need the time, the submission time. I'm just going to copy and paste all of this. There, so I've got from the last name to the last question, and I'm going to copy that. Now I go to my assessment, and I'm going to go to this section here that says import. I'm going to eventually drag and drop that file that I'll create, that Excel file right here, but I need to download the template first. So how many questions were there? There were 4 questions in this one. It's going to download. There it is. Open it up. To make changes to this new file, I need to save it as a Google Doc. You just quickly go to File, go save as Google Sheets or Office Compatibility Mode. That's going to create a new file that you can now edit. So I can close that previous one before. I'm going to scoot this over so you can read it a little bit better. Almost ready. Got it. Okay. So let's scoot that over a little bit so I can see that. Okay. So here's my questions, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to enter in all those ones and zeros. I need to account for what is correct answer, which is the number 1. So fill in ones on each of those. Now here I have my students in alphabetical order according to their last name. So I'm going to just put that first student, I'm going to put it off the grid here, and I'll delete these forms, but I'm going to put it right over here to the right so I can still see the names and match up the names. So I'm going to paste what I copied earlier right there. So Bannister is my first student, and that should be linked right up to Bannister there. All this other stuff I don't need. I'm just going to delete that column. And there's a few columns here I don't really need. I don't no longer need which class it is. These are all Arkansas. So now all I have is the student's name and their answers, 1s or 0s. So I need to look for students that weren't here. So I'm just going to go and match them over here. I put my cursor on the first name, and I can see over here which row it is matching up with. So I'm just going to push the down arrow and keep matching them. Bastian, Bennett, Bickham, Boyd, Burbage. And all of a sudden I see a student who wasn't there because Jefferson is not Hughes. So I'm going to copy all of Jefferson because that's the one I haven't done yet. So I'm going to actually cut that, and I'm going to put it 1 under because right there's where Jefferson is. Paste that. So that's now blank because Hughes was not there, and Jefferson now matches with Jefferson. So let me keep going. Johnson, nope, that's not right either. So I'm going to copy all of what's underneath, cut it, and put Johnson Norrie where that matches up, right there. So Deshaun is blank. That student's not here today. Arndt, Lee, Lopez, Lyons, McGee, Mosley, Oliver, Smith. Wait, okay, here's another student who wasn't here. So I'm going to copy all of Smith, cut that, put it one under, and now Simon wasn't there, so that's blank. And Williams matches, so they're all there. So now I'm just going to get rid of the names. Don't need this anymore. Delete that. And now I'm going to copy and paste those ones and zeros where they properly belong underneath the questions. I can put it right there. And now we have like Jamira Bannister. She got that answer correct, that one wrong, and that one correct. I check down at the very bottom, make sure there's no extra flow, and we're ready. So now we can go to File. I'm going to download this as an XLSX, which is a Microsoft Excel form. There it is. I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to even open it. Because now I'm going to get two screens going. Here, right. I can do the input port now. Add questions. There's 4 total, so I'm going to add 3 more. The correct answer is 1. I can move that on. The point value is 1. And now I need to put the objective in. I say my objective is here, 4.74. Here you can put whatever different standard aligned to the questions. For this particular exit ticket, all of the questions were the same standard. So what is blank? I'm going to go to import. I have to find that file that I downloaded. It's in my files. I open up my files. It's my downloads folder. It's right here. So I'm going to drag that right to here, and it should auto-populate all the scores. There it is. Let's make sure my correct answer is still 1. Let me make sure that's there. Okay. That didn't stay for some reason. I don't know why that happens. That does happen for lately. Okay, now the objective is aligned. The correct answer is 1. The point value is 1. So the scores, color coordinated to show mastery or unsat, etc. So I'm going to save it and we're all done. So I can do this pretty quickly to where, especially if I'm using multiple choice, I'm going to use Google Forms, using Flubber to grade it, and then finally using the score engine to input the scores. I'll make one more video to show how I make Google Forms if that's of any interest, but thanks.